The Montana State Bobcats have been one of the better teams in the FCS in recent memory, and today I'm going to be moving them up to the FBS level, placing them in the Mountain West Conference. But I can't forget about the best rivalry in the country, so the Montana Grizzlies, another great FCS team, will also be taking the leap. And while we're at it, I've also moved North Dakota State and South Dakota State into the MAC, as they are two of the best teams in the FCS. Denarius McGee will be the head coach of the Bobcats, their former quarterback and assistant coach, who is currently an assistant coach on the New Orleans Saints after 4 years with the Texans. As you can see here, we took over for the Raging Cajuns, but we moved them to the Mountain West Conference now as the Montana State Bobcats, and after winning an FCS title back in '84, we're looking to win an FBS title in the college football playoffs. I also want to thank Gus on Twitter for making these Montana teams. You can download them on a team builder looking for his name, Montana Football. Taking a look at our schedule, we've got the Gold Rush game against the UGF Pandas before immediately jumping into conference play. Then after a bye week, we are at Washington State, hosting NDSU, at Sam Houston, and then we get a couple of weeks to prepare for the Brawl of the Wild. I don't know why it generated like that, but now it's time to put together our recruiting board, and I guess since I replaced a Louisiana school, we're going to be getting a lot of players from that area. I don't think that matters a ton though, and here's a quick look at a little bit of the early rough draft of our recruiting board. You'll also notice that we have a really high overall for a team that just jumped up from FCS. So I'm going to make us not be as overpowered and hopefully a little bit more realistic by taking some of these higher rated players and moving them to other positions. I'm going to do the same thing with the other teams that I imported. That way these new FCS teams don't end up being super overpowered. And that's a lot better with the Bobcats now coming in at a 76 overall. Our highest overall player is senior quarterback touchdown Tommy Mellott, who's one of the best quarterbacks in the Big Sky Conference in real life. And Jordan Reed is likely going to be our quarterback of the future. Unfortunately, in College Football 25, I'm unable to change the jersey numbers. So while I was able to change a lot of their names to real Bobcat players, their numbers, class, and rating aren't always going to be correct. But that's just going to be something we're going to have to deal with at the beginning of this series. Along with that, some of the starters on this team aren't going to be starters for the Bobcats in real life. This offensive line isn't bad for an FCS school, but now jumping up to the Mountain West, it could be difficult, especially with how offensive lines seem to play in College Football 25. As you see here on paper, we've got ourselves a pretty solid linebacking core, but our cornerback room kind of falls off after Boyd. Both of our starting safeties are an 81 overall though, which is solid. The Bobcats did have some kicking woes last season, so hopefully those don't continue this year. And even though Jared Reed is technically higher rated than Tommy Mellott, Touchdown Tommy's got to be getting the start. Obviously, as a team that just made the jump to FBS, it's going to take us a little while to get into the top 25, and it's going to take us a little bit before we can get someone in the Heisman race. I'm going to be playing on All-American, but if it's too easy, I will be making the jump to Heisman. XP is set to slowest right now because on normal it seems to go way too fast. I'm going to be playing on 12-minute quarters as well with a 15-second accelerated clock. But I'm totally down to change the settings as the series goes on, and doing a little bit of early scouting here, we found some nice gems. There's only a few players that are truly at risk of transferring. As you can see here, all those low overall guys I moved from their original positions. Jumping ahead of week 2, we are now number 1 on this 4-star receivers list, so we're going to go ahead and send the house. I would love to get him. He's got some great attributes, including 94 speed. We're also atop of this free safeties list in a battle with the Grizz. The Grizz are also in a battle with us for this 3-star cornerback. Alright, that's enough with that. Time to jump into our first game against the UGF Pandas. So here is our first look at Bobcat Stadium, as the UGF Pandas are going to be kicking off to Taco Dollar. He's going to be on the return here from Montana State, and he's going to get a pretty solid one out to the 24-yard line as we get a look at Denarius McGee. First time as a head coach for the Montana State Bobcats, and out comes senior superstar quarterback Tommy Mellott. He's going to hand this one off right up the middle. It's going to be Jared White picking up a gain of 9 on the first play of the season. Now out of the shotgun again, it's going to be a handoff to Elijah Elliott, and he's going to be breaking this one to the right side, gets out of a couple tackles. It takes a herd of UGF Pandas to bring him down at the 45-yard line. Mellott's going to hand this one off again to White, makes a nice move back inside, and he's going to get into UGF territory. On the opposing side of the 50, now we're going to come out in the pistol. Mellott to throw for the first time today, trying to set up the screen, but he didn't have enough time. That's going to lead to 2nd down and 10. Malott under center. He's going to hand that one off to White. He's going to juke out a few defenders, and he's going to get out to that brand new Mountain West logo here at Bobcat Stadium. Now 5 wide, and it's going to be a designed quarterback keeper for Malott, one of the best rushing quarterbacks in football with 93 speed. He's going to pick up 9 yards on the play. Back in the pistol, it's going to be a handoff to Jared White. Breaks out of a tackle and gets pushed into the end zone for a Bobcat touchdown as they're going to strike first here in the Gold Rush Classic. Here's the UGF Pandas. They're going to be handing this one off. He's going to take this one to the right side, and that's going to be a pickup of 4 right there for the running back, Xavier Craig. Now they're going to hand it off to the other running back, Blue Redmond. He's going to cut this one back to the right side, and that's going to be a Pandas first down. Now the quarterback is going to keep this one himself. Gets across midfield, brought down at that Bobcat logo. That is Davon Wingate Wilson at quarterback, and he makes a nice play. Now he's going to drop back to pass for the first time. Launching this one deep, but it's going to be knocked away. Great play made right there by Taden Gray from Montana State. 2nd down and 10 here at midfield. It's going to be a handoff to Redmond again, and he's going to pick up half of the needed yardage. That's going to make this a 3rd down, and manageable pass over the middle is going to be caught, and that's going to be just enough to move the chains. Out in shotgun yet again, it's going to be a handoff to Blue Redmond. Gets away from first contact there and picks up 4 yards on the play. 2nd down and manageable coming out in the pistol. This is going to be a play fake. Now Wilson downfield is going to be just out of reach for his intended receiver. That's going to lead to another 3rd down. Bobcat Stadium is getting loud. He's got time in the pocket, fires that one to the right side, but the hit is going to knock the ball incomplete, and they're going to have to settle for a long field goal right here. This one's going to be about 50 yards out, but is going to be right down the middle. The Pandas are on the board. Now dropping back to throw again is Malott again, trying to set up the screen, and once again the offensive line gives him no time as he's going to be dropped. 2nd and 15 after the sack. Jared White's going to pick up all that lost yardage, and that's going to make it 3rd down and 10. Coming out in 5 wide. Now Malott looking to throw. Airing that one out downfield. It's going to be out of reach for Taco Dollar. And now Montana State is going to go 3 and out. We're going to bring out the big 6'9" punter Jared Hall to boot this one away, and he's going to get that one out to the 30-yard line. UGF has an opportunity to take the lead on this drive, and Wingate Wilson is going to be getting loose here, getting across midfield, as that's the 2nd time they fooled us with the read option. Looking to hand this one off. Now it's Xavier Craig on the run, makes a few nice moves, and that's going to be another UGF first down. Less than a minute to go here in the 1st quarter. Here's a play action pass now. Pass to the right side is going to be caught. Wingate Wilson with another good throw right there as they are on the doorstep. Here's a handoff to Redmond. Gets into some open space. Picks up about 4 on the play. That's going to set up 3rd down and 5. Wingate Wilson looking to throw here early in the 2nd quarter, but he's going to be swarmed by several gold jerseys right there, taken down, and that's going to force the Pandas to settle for another field goal. Malott and the offense trying to avoid going 3 and out on this drive, avoid being upset in their first game in FBS play, even though they are still taking on a FCS school, and that catch is going to pick up a first down. Tommy Malott's first completion of the day. Jared White getting involved in the air, and now back on the ground he goes. He's going to pick up another Bobcat first down. Handoff to Elijah Elliott now, following his blockers on that right side, brought down just shy of that first down marker. 2nd down in inches. Handoff is going to go to Elliott again. Picking up a first down, makes a move. That's going to earn him another yard or 2 right there. 8 minutes left to go. Here's an RPO. It's going to be out to Taco Dollar. He gets into some open space. Brought down inside of the red zone as Montana State's playbook is opening up a little bit here. Malott's going to be dropping back to throw. Taking a shot to the end zone. Wide open. That is going to be a touchdown for Javonte King as the Bobcats are going to extend their lead out to 8. Bobcat fans here are loving it in the Gold Rush games, even though it doesn't look like the fans are participating this year. That's going to be a big loss of 3 by the defense, making it 2nd down and long. Wilson's going to fire this one deep downfield. It's going to be knocked away by Takari Carr. That's going to make this 3rd down and long. Bobcat Stadium is getting loud. Pass to the left, broken up, and that's going to force a UGF 3 and out. Out to punt this football away. Taco Dollar is going to be the return man, but we have a flag down on the play, and that looks like it's going to be running into the kicker. Let's get a word from the referee, and indeed it is. It's going to be a 15-yard penalty, giving the Pandas a free first down. Wingate Wilson trying to take advantage of it, and he has a strike to the right side right there on that corner route. That's going to get them into Bobcat territory once again. Breaking out of the sack somehow, Wingate Wilson's going to fire that one over the middle, and I don't know how on earth he got out of there. UGF driving this one downfield. Redmond with a big run to the right side, or to the left side out here, breaks out of a tackle, and he's into the red zone now. Trying to take full advantage of it instead of having to settle for another field goal, but Redmond is going down in the backfield there. Big loss on the play. Trujillo making the tackle. Now Wingate Wilson trying to avoid the pressure, but instead he's going to roll right into a sack. Back-to-back plays going backwards makes it 3rd and 16, and this penalty is going to make them go backwards a little bit more. False start on the offensive line. 3rd and 21 officially. Montana State backing up a lot of their DBs, and we're going to get to the quarterback yet again as he goes down, and that's going to make us a tough field goal on 4th and 30, and he's going to be just a bit to the left. The kick is no good. Just under 2 minutes left to go now, trying to extend our lead. Malot's going to take off and run right here, getting out to the left side, picks up a first down before he steps out of bounds. UGF sending some heat, but we pick up the blitz. Pass is going to be caught by Elijah Elliott. He's out to the 25-yard line. These running backs getting involved in the pass game throughout this game so far. Now Malott has all day to throw, fires that one over the middle, but the contact is going to force the incompletion. Coming out in 5 wide. Again, Malott has a clean pocket to throw from, and he's got Alexander Jr. over the middle. That's going to set up a goal to go for Montana State. Under a minute left now, trying to bleed out a little bit of clock and be the last ones to have the ball here before halftime. Dollar's going to get us down to the 3. 11 seconds left now. Malott's got a wide open Elijah Elliott in the flat, and another Montana State Bobcat touchdown as he waves to the Bobcat faithful there in the crowd. They are absolutely electric here at halftime as the Bobcats have a 21-6 lead. UGF trying to get back into the game now as they get the ball to open up the 3rd quarter. Pass over the middle is going to be caught, but short of the sticks on 3rd down, and the Pandas go 3 and out. Malott in the offense back out here. Jared White making some nice moves, and he's going to pick up 5 yards for the Bobcats' first play of the second half. Here's a play fake now. Malott's got time, wide open over the middle. Taco Dollar gets across midfield where the Pandas do finally bring him down. Driving this one downfield now, Malott a lot more pass happy on this drive, looking for the 3rd down conversion, and he's got it on that left side there. The Bobcats keep this drive alive. A touchdown feels like it really could put this game out of reach, especially considering what the Pandas have been doing on offense so far today. Jared White picking up 5 yards there. It's going to be 3rd down now, coming out in the pistol on the slant. Alexander Jr. is going to get us down back inside of the red zone, officially marked down at the 14-yard line. Hand off to Jared White. He's going to cut this one back inside, and that's going to be another pickup of 5 right there, up to 91 rushing yards on the day for our running back. Now Malott's going to dump this one off. It's going to be caught. Alexander Jr. is in the end zone. Touchdown, Montana State, as they continue to pour this one on. UGF trying to stick around in this game. Here's a little bit of an option play. He's going to pitch this one out to Craig, fighting towards that first down marker. He's going to be marked just short. 2nd down and inches out in the pistol. He's going to be a play fake now. Wingate Wilson over the middle into traffic. Several Bobcats in the area as they knock that one down. Just need a few inches here on 3rd down, and looks like they're going to get much more than that. Wingate Wilson has the entire defense fooled, but then he coughs up the football. Montana State jumps on top of it, and there was also a flag on the play holding on UGF, so even if he didn't end up holding on the play, it was still a fumble there. Obviously, we're going to decline that and take the turnover. Now Malott's going to pitch this one out to Elijah Elliott, and he's got himself another first down. This 2-headed rushing attack from Montana State is looking dangerous. Granted, it is just against an FCS opponent. Back to the ground we go. It's Elijah Elliott again. He's going to get out to the 34-yard line. Malott is hot right now, but he's going to hand this one off to White, and he's going to be over the century mark now with that run. 110 yards on 15 carries. Now looking for the third down conversion. Malott is pressured and he forces the throw a little bit earlier than he wanted to. Alvin Spencer was just waiting there for the interception. And that's the first big mistake this Bobcat team has made so far today. But the defense is making up for it. That's the 4th sack of the day. Trujillo making a big play right there. And Montana State, after forcing a 3-and-out, has some great field position. And we're starting to see a little bit of backups in the game now. Malott is still in though. He's going to fire this one to the left side on 3rd down. That's going to pick up just enough to keep this drive moving. Malott 14 of 19 passing today. Here's his 20th pass. Or nope, he's going to be taken off and running right here. He's going to get past the defense, gets the angle, and that's going to be another Bobcat touchdown as the crowd here is absolutely loving it. And I wouldn't be surprised if that's the last we see of the starters, at least on offense. UGF just playing for some pride right now. This pass is going to be intercepted. Taden Gray bringing this one back from Montana State, trying to get a big return. He gets across midfield, and it just feels like UGF is running out of steam today. Here's the backups in the game. Now Jordan Reed is in at quarterback. He's going to dump that one off to his receiver on the right side. That's going to be a Bobcat first down for his first pass of the season. He's going to fire this one over the middle. Now Taco Dowler is still in the game. He's going to get across the red zone right there. Gets us down to the 17-yard line. Now an option play for Jordan Reed, trying to get the angle, get his own rushing touchdown. Can't quite get in there, but he does set up goal to go. 3rd down and goal now with about 3 minutes left to go in the game. Well protected is Reed. He's going to take this one to the right side. Now he's got the corner and another Bobcat rushing touchdown as he's going to fire the arrow into the crowd there. And we are up now 42-6, and we just continue to pour it on. Another sack for this Bobcat defense. 3rd down and long, and once again immediately swarmed. The line did not stand a chance there as MSU gets their 6th sack of the day and their first win here in the Gold Rush game. Montana State starting off the season right, but now we're going to have to worry about jumping into Mountain West play next season. Tommy Malott here, your player of the game, with 175 passing yards and 4 total touchdowns. Looking at the rushing, Jared White with a $138, almost 7 yards per carry for him, and Elijah Elliott on only 6 carries had 39 yards. Taco Dowler was our leading receiver, but pretty spread out. We also didn't have a ton of passing yards, but Montana State does run a pretty run-heavy offense. Looking at the defensive stats now, 10 tackles there for Barr. He had 3 tackles for loss, but Trujillo was the real star of this game. He had 4 tackles for loss and 2 sacks, and then Taden Gray coming away with the pick, the true freshman at cornerback, and then we also had that fumble. After that blowout victory, Coach Denarius McGee leveled up there. He's also going to get a few skill points, and Trujillo is the National Defensive Player of the Week with that stat line. The Offensive Player of the Week went to Toledo's quarterback as they got an upset win over Vanderbilt. That's pretty crazy to see here in week 0. Here's a quick recruiting update. We are still #1 on Jarvis's board. Taking a look at those stats, he's got 94 speed. We're also on top of Cox's board in a battle with the Montana Grizzlies. We have both already offered him a scholarship. And then this athlete who looks like he's a running back there, we've already offered him a scholarship. We're going to have to take a couple guys off of our board, though, that have already locked us out, which means we have 2 open spots, and we are 5th on this quarterbacks list currently. The 3-star looks like he could be good for us, and we're currently 3rd on this wide receivers list. I don't know why they weren't already on our board. Next week, we're going to be traveling to Boise State to play the Broncos for the first time since 1985, jumping into our first Mountain West game. You're not going to want to miss it. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed, leaving a like is always appreciated. And until next time, this has been Jeffrey.